Hi. I'm trying something new and I don't know how to do it. Hi to hello. Give me a moment. I got to figure out how to do this. I know I can do it. I'm pretty good with this. Let me figure out how to do it though. Jamie told me it was possible and I'm going to try it.
He wanted to stay in the area.
Here we go.
So I'll go get the fly spray and could bring it back out here while I talk about Lester. So when you're dealing with neighbor shit, it is a pain in the ass. You know, there's people, it's just for views. Maybe part of it is for views. Who cares? He's providing a content. And so what if somebody likes his content and wants to pay him and you don't like him? I don't care. I mean, if you don't like me but still want to watch one of my videos and learn something, well, good. That's why I put it out. I am more of a education channel, and I'm trying to educate people on horses than Lester is. Lester isn't necessarily trying to educate. He's trying to share his experiences, his problems, his failures, his growth. He is just sharing his farm life with people who don't have the ability to have a farm life, never have, and have no clue what some of the problems can be. So, I mean, I get the hate where it comes from, because I got some people that hate me that I'm just like, really? You hate me that bad? You want to do all these things? You have nothing else in your life but to freaking focus your hate on me? And I'm kind of like, dude, am I that bad that you have to do that? I mean, is Lester that bad that people have to just say how bad he is and how dangerous? Look, horses are not for the weekend horsemanship people, which a lot of horse owners are. They keep their horses at a barn so they don't have to deal with 90% of the shit of having them on their land. They pay someone else to do their feet so they don't deal with that. They pay someone else to fix their fences. If you got a whole bunch of money, it's easy to own horses. You just throw money after money after money, because that your money buys you time. You have time to do the things you want because you're paying other people to do.
Okay. Whew. Let me stop this.
Animals. He's running a rescue. They all have channel. Well, why can't people?
I can't
The
stop
guy's
it.
doing what he's doing.
Stop
You
sharing.
don't like him, then don't like him.
It's still sharing. I think I did it. Oh, can y'all believe that? That was Rick. And he was actually being very complimentary. Did anyone hear that? Now, that was the very first time that I've been able to take someone else's channel and share that on my StreamYard. And so I hope that you were all able to see that, not because of what I was showing you, but I thought it would be a funny point that we could talk about, because Rick and I talk. You guys know that Rick and I, we talk. He's a gentleman, and so am I, and we're friends, and we also are video creators. And so I was, when I let Rick know, I actually sent him the snippet of the incident with the horse. Rick is always polite, and he asked permission to use my content. And I said, absolutely. I says, rip me a new one. I always say, Rick, go ahead and rip me a new one. Because for some reason, I don't know why, but people love to see someone else get ripped a new one. If you know that expression. Some of you guys know the expression, some people don't. But I enjoy watching Rick's commentary on my videos because he really does tell it like it is. Now, of course, yesterday, guys, let's make no mistake about it. and this is what I told Rick. I says, Rick, you and I are a whole lot more in common than what you probably realize. I'm just going to say it, and I hope that you hear me when I say this. We are both showmen. Sorry, you can throw your rotten fruit all you want to, but we are both showmen. And in saying so, we look to appease our audience. We serve our audience. And so my audience comes to me for entertainment. They want to see farm life entertainment. Would anyone agree with that? Is there anyone that would agree with me when I say that a lot of you guys come here because you enjoy the farm life entertainment, the entertainment that goes along with farm life? Is there anyone that would agree with that? Anybody? Okay, so there's all the people saying, yeah, I agree. We all know, Lester, we all know that you're not this kind of a farmer. And we all know that you're not the do-it-yourselfer project type of farmer. You're the farmer who runs around with your hair on fire, if I had any, screaming and hollering and yelling bloody murder, getting chased by big birds and cows and bulls, and we give nicknames to all of our babies. And in that entertainment, we have characters. So we're the channel that have characters. We are a modern day farm telenovela, soap opera. We have a couple of hussies who live next door. We have a bull who thinks he's all that, who wants to go visit all the girls. And so what we do is we provide a service of entertainment. Now, in that entertainment, in our movie, yeah, sometimes we lose a baby. We lose Maggie. We lose Voodoo. We lose an animal here or there. And so what we do is we include in our show the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so it's not always going to be a Walt Disney, but what we do is try to give you a place where you can feel. I always say it. We say it all the time. We want you to be able to feel. And that feeling comes in many forms. And it comes in laughter and joy. It also comes in the friendships that you've developed with each other over here. It comes in the emotional attachments that you have to, let's just say, Prince Willie Joe, who we all know cannot stay here forever. In all of that field, we find a rescue bull named Little Gary, who we try to nurse back to health, only to find out a year later that little Gary is struggling and suffering. And so we try to find all the different facets of farm life and tie it all together into what has been a very successful 8 years of video creation. And so I take a lot of pride in my work. I try to grab and capture as many moments as I can. And then I try to put all of that into a quality video production that you can be proud of. A product that's not made in China, y'all. This product is not made in China. This product is made right here in the good old US of A from this red-blooded American, I almost said boy, from this good old red-blooded American boy, but this good old red-blooded American man, okay? No offense to you guys in the UK or you Canadians, but that's good old red-blooded American boys. There's something special about us, okay? And I am made in the USA, and the product that I bring to you is also made right here in the state of Texas, and it's made right here with all of these babies who you love so very much, and you have made them a part of your life. Now, on the rare occasion that I put out a video that has lots of drama, there's not everyone reacts to it the same way, guys. I'm a good old Texas boy. Thank you, Beth, for saying that. Canadians are also proud of Lester. Well, thank you to you Canadians who are also equally proud of Lester, okay? Thank you. Let's get off of that part and move on to the part about Rick. So what Rick does, so I'm sorry, I need to make sure I put this in order. So in saying so, a lot of what I do has to be different than what Cog Hill does, because you would not want to watch the same show multiple times. And what I do has to be different than the Arms family. And what I do has to be different than other channels. And that's what makes my channel stand out. That's what's been able to afford us the things that we've been able to afford, not only for me and Jamie, but for the Morrow family. So that's one thing that you kind of have to keep into the back of your mind, that what we do is edit videos. And I try to use a little bit of my craft to make something you can be proud of, which is going to be the good, the bad, and the ugly. And last thing I'll say, I'm going to do it my way. I'm not going to give in to the demands of the cancel culture. You cannot cancel culture me. You can't. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings. You can try, but the best that you can do is just leave and go somewhere else. All right. So in saying so, don't forget that Rick is also a showman, yet he has to appease a different audience. What Rick's channel is a channel that is made to critique and to teach, right? So that's what Rick does. So in saying so, when he watches a Lester video, it's his job to critique. And so in saying so, you have to find all of the things that your content or whoever's video you're critiquing, and you have to talk about all of these teaching points. And so Mr. Rick can sometimes feel like he's tearing someone apart, but all he's doing is his job, and he's appeasing his audience, y'all. He's appeasing his audience, and his audience comes there because they want to agree. Yeah, Lester this, Lester that, Lester this, Lester that, Lester this. And so what that led to was Rick getting about 900 comments on his channel yesterday. And Rick was the first one to say, hey, Lester, you know what? That did not go very well for you. And I says, Rick, I get it every day, bud. I get it every day. But remember, I've been doing this for 8 years, so I'm kind of used to it, okay? But no, so Rick on his own, and I looked you in the eye, I never asked him to do a follow-up video. But Rick on his own felt compelled to do a follow-up video just to clarify to those that follow his channel about, you might want to be careful what you're saying, because this guy Lester, who you're all bashing, is actually pretty damn good at what he does. You may not agree with what he does. You may not like him as the character, but the guy's pretty damn good at what he does, and he stays pretty damn busy at doing it. And he's been doing it for 8 years, and he's not skipped a day of work in all of that time. So thank you for saying that, Rick. He didn't have to. He did not have to. But I do want to share with you my reply to Rick. I texted him a reply to his video, and these are my exact words. I says, dude, I says, you're being so sweet to me today. I says, thank you. And then I went on. I'm like, by the way, you do know that they make this product. Jamie has some. It's called Nair. You could put it on your legs in case you're interested. I did not know you were a shorts kind of guy, because we're friends. So if in that exact same video, Rick walked out and it looked like he was wearing panties, it looked like he was not wearing shorts at all. We could all see that he was wearing Crocs, which is kind of funny. And he's out walking around with his horses, which is wonderful. But every time he would look down, you could see his entire thigh. I think he had on a hoodie. So you know how sometimes like sexy girls wear like a man's hoodie and it hangs down kind of long and that's like all they have on, maybe panties underneath it. That's how it looked like Rick was wearing. That, yeah, Mel, you heard me right. It looked like Rick was wearing panties and a hoodie. And so I told him Hoochie Daddy shorts. So listen, I think that you girls call them boy shorts. It looked like Rick was wearing boy shorts, okay? And so I laugh and I joke with Rick. And listen, I do not care if Rick critiques my videos. I have given him free access to any of my content. And I always say, Rick, rip me a new one, bud. Go ahead and rip me a new one. Because there's nothing Rick's going to say that's going to change who I am or what I do. Nothing. Nothing. And in saying so, Rick said that. Rick said that even though Lester is Lester, he's 1,000 times better, 1,000% better with his horses today than he was when I first met him years ago. Now, we've never met in person, but when he ran across one of my first videos years ago. So, so anyway, just for the people. Now, I will tell you this. Now, here comes the other side of Lester. Here comes the other side of Lester. This is the side that I'm a little bit bothered by. Okay. Now, look. Hey, BK Jr., I am going to actually buy him a bottle and send it to him. I don't know how much Nair cost. I've never bought Nair, okay? But I don't know what it costs, but I think that's going to be so darn funny. I'm going to try to find him a bottle, and I'm going to send it to him, okay? But no, seriously, Rick owes me nothing, and I owe him nothing. We're just two guys here in the state of Texas who I respect what he does, and he equally respects that what I do. Rick just tries to find ways to help me be better at what I do. You get what I'm saying? But let's not forget that Rick also has to appease his audience. And if his audience comes to Rick wanting to find a way to share their ideas of how horrible any video creator is, anybody who Rick is critiquing, then they're going to do that. And I'm not upset. What is a little bit upsetting, though, here's a little part that upsets me. This is a little part that upsets me. I'm making this face on for a purpose. This is my like upsetting face. Like this part kind of upsets me. There are people who are on here right now. I'm not going to call out any names because I should not let this bother me. But Jamie and I laugh about it. The same people who come onto my channel in the morning for our coffee club or here at night for our midnight roundup, who say all of your highs and hellos and who are all supportive of this and that, are some of the exact same ones that get over there and just rip me to shreds. Just rip me to shreds. And I will say that's a little bit hurtful, a little bit, but it's kind of like betrayal. It's kind of like your betrayal. Yes, Christy. What does that mean? Lester Potvita. Now, listen, if you guys don't know this, Christy is my moderator. She and Keisha. Keisha's like, they sure do. And it's uncomfortable. Keisha, I don't know if you talk that way or not. I just think it's really cute to picture you like copying that kind of an attitude. Keisha, I don't mean to stereotype, okay? I'm not trying to stereotype, but I bet that Keisha like puts her hands on her hips, and I bet she like does her head, and they sure do, and it's uncomfortable. That's just what I imagine if I was Miss Keisha. But I'll tell you about Miss Christie, though. I lost her comment. Thank you, Keisha. Yeah, listen, Keisha will let me know, y'all. Keisha will send me a text and say, Lester, look what so-and-so saying on Rick's channel. And I'm like, it's hey. Some people are two-faced like that. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. But I was telling you about Miss Christie back when she was a lot younger. Not that she's old, but she used to hang around at a biker's. She was a biker, y'all. She was a biker, like Harley biking, like Harleys. And so she has expressions that she uses with me all the time. Oh boy, here goes Cindy talking about my expressions on my face. Please stop looking. If my facial expressions are bothering you, oh Lordy. Guys, I'm working in a storm outdoors. I don't have the best of lighting. I'm trying to wear my glasses that are reflecting the light into my face. I have lights all over the darn place that it's like putting the glow of God down onto me. Oh, Lord. And someone has to call it out. Someone got to go calling that out. I'm not going to worry about it. But no, what I was saying was sometimes Miss Christie will say things. Oh, I love that picture, Teresa. Look, that's Jezebel. Sometimes Christy will say things that I don't get. It's like from her biker days. And I have a feeling that Pot Vita might be from her biker days. Sometimes she'll say, to the vest. And I'm like, to the vest? I think she might have left. I don't even see her here anymore. Christy, if you ran off because of me, no, here she's back. She's back. Christy, to the vest. That's something that she taught me. And supposedly, if you're in part of a MC where you have biker friends, to the vest is equivalent to like, you know how guys do that, like to do or die, to till death do us part, if you're in that kind of a mindset. To the vest, y'all, to the vest means, oh no, here she goes again. She's on a roll now. Hells yeah. Okay, Christy, calm down, sweet lady. Lester, you're right. Don't pay attention to what people are saying about you. Oh my God, how bad is it, Pamela? Pamela, how bad is it, Pamela? I haven't read that many comments. I only peek over on rare occasions. What are y'all saying about me? Listen to me. I stutter. I have a speech impairment. Okay. I got all kinds of flaws, y'all. I got all kinds of flaws, and I'm trying as hard as I can. Okay. I will not talk about Jamie's video. I know you want to, but I can't. Remember, I have to give Jamie time, 12 hours for everyone to catch it. And then Por vida means for life. Oh, okay. Thank you. Por vida. Yeah, I get that. Por vida. But she said pot vida. Remember, por vida is P-O-R. She said pot, P-O-T. And I'm thinking, biker, pot vida, weed for life. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So, but sí, por vida es para siempre. Por vida, for life. Okay. We'll move on. We can move on. I have a couple of things I want to open, if you guys are okay with that, but I cannot talk about Jamie's video right now. You know what? I will say one thing about it. Hold on. Where did that go? I saw something. Look at Claudia. Don't do that to that poor man. Claudia's like, I watched Rick's video, but I did not put a like on it. Claudia, you put a like on that man's video. Remember, y'all. Remember, you like the content. You don't have to like the creator of the content, okay? You have to like. Did you see the part of Rick's video about locking the gate? Yes, I did. I learned something new. What Rick was saying was, and who said that? I missed it. Robin. Thank you, Robin. Rick said, you leave the gate the way it is, but what you can do is take that chain and come underneath and then wrap it around, and it should be okay. It will not come and get all wonky the way that I was doing it. So, guys, you know that I do have a problem with making sure the gates stay latched. And so Rick does teach, and you learn. Thank you. I was going to say something and I completely lost my train of thought. Gosh darn it. That happens more and more as I get older. I hope that you guys feel the same way. It's not just me. Oh, okay. So there is actually a lot we have to talk about, okay? But I do want to say this. If you see a GoFundMe that has been started on behalf of my mom and dad, do not contribute to that. If you've run across a GoFundMe that was started on behalf for my mom and dad, do not contribute to that. It was set up without permission. It was set up by a lady who doesn't even get their name spelled correctly. So please, if you see that GoFundMe, do not fall victim to giving money to somebody, because my mom and dad did not approve that. I talked to my mom tonight, and we do not think it's a scammer. We just think it's somebody who is trying to be nice, but we do not do that. I've already sent an email to the lady who started it. I've also submitted something to GoFundMe to report it. And so all I'm telling you guys is do not give any money to a GoFundMe, because my mom and dad do not have any intention of doing a GoFundMe for their newest endeavor. Now, if you want to talk about that endeavor, I'm just going to say that we are a family divided right now. And I think that most of you can understand why. I will not and I cannot talk about my side of the story, because that's just not fair. But there is a lot going on the Hill. And a lot of you guys may have been watching last week when I alluded to it. When I alluded to lots of drama, lots of quarreling, lots of disagreement, misunderstandings, a really touchy situation, and it's hard to get yourself involved in all of that. Okay, and so I've chosen to share or offer my advice in counsel to both my mom and my dad, if in fact they've asked for my advice. And so I have sat down with both mom and dad, along with every member of the family. We've all given our advice and our opinions. And all I'm going to say is whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But I will just say that not everyone understands it and not everyone is on board. But in saying so, that's family, y'all. That's family. That's family. I'm only here to tell you and to reveal to you a little bit about what's going on, but I'm not here to tell you what your opinion is going to be. You're all more than welcome to form and to have your own opinion. But I have to actually be very careful how I even say this, or else it's going to show my opinion. All I'm going to say is that my mom and dad, and today's my dad's birthday, by the way. I've talked to my dad. Yes, I wished him a happy birthday this morning. So, yes, today is my dad's birthday. But my mom and dad, at their age, are going to take on a new endeavor of a new, not new, but they're going to move. My mom and dad are going to move, but they're not leaving the hill. They're going to look into, and they've explored different options of, yes, Anne says she found that GoFundMe and 5 people have already donated. Guys, just do not be one of those. All right. And if you are one of those 5, GoFundMe will send you back your money. I promise. In saying so, I know that the location, that's thunder that you all hear. It is storming here like crazy. Juanita says, not my monkey, not my circus. That's cute. The location of that new home for them will be right there where my dad has his tool room. They're going to move all of the tools out, and they're going to have that building demolished, and it will be sitting right there next to where my dad's carport is at, where he keeps his RV. So, for those who watch multiple channels on Morrow Hill, you easily can see who is in support of all of this and who's trying to make it happen, and those who maybe are more reluctant and worried about my dad being his age and not being able to do a whole lot and being forced to make this move or asked to make this move. Yes, it's in the Garden and the Bee area. So it's just different perspectives, friends. And I'm sure that all of us, depending on our age, our health, our life experiences, may have a difference of opinion on everything. And so I'm not here to try to take a side, but I will say that it's going to be tough on the family for a while. It's going to be tough on the entire family for a while. So, so there are, so for the person who says they have no choice, no, that's not true. There are multiple options. But anyway, the reason I even bring it up is to remind you all that if you see somebody has started a GoFundMe, and I'm trying to see if her name pops up over here now, then do not contribute to that GoFundMe, because my mom and dad have not asked for your money. My mom reminded everybody in her video today that we appreciate you watching the videos. We get paid from the advertisers on the videos. So if you want to do something to help my mom and dad in their new endeavor, then just watch a video once in a while. If that ad pops up, skip it and keep watching. And that is how we get paid. That's the same way I get paid, the same way Mr. Rick gets paid, the same way Jamie gets paid. We don't get paid from YouTube or from Facebook. We get paid from the ads that play on our videos. The bigger the creator, the more lucrative the ads. So I just do not want any of you to be scammed out of your money. And like I said, I don't know the lady. She might be completely legit. She might have had this place on her heart wanting to do something kind. But the thing is, in today's world, how many people have been scammed by fake GoFundMes? And so all I'm saying is we don't want you to potentially get your yes. All right. So it sounds like many people already know about it, and that's wonderful. Okay. So you can find out more, I promise you, from Morrow Hill channels. My mom's channel, my dad's channel, Sister Kim's channel. I think that those 3 have talked about it more than anybody else. And it is, in fact, their story to tell. I'm just telling you where to go to find out more of the information. All right. So Diane wants to know, what are they going to do with their current home? Well, Diane, I feel like I'm going to end up giving away their content. So I would ask you, just in respect to the family, and to help me adhere to what I have to practice what I preach. I have to practice what I preach. And I always say, go to the source. Go to the source. And so my mom and my dad both have channels, and then you can go to the source. And anyone else who's on here who's trying to share that information, I would ask you to allow those people to go to the source. Because if you don't, if you give away all of their content, then you're just as bad as any other creator by giving away their stuff. I'm going to open a couple of gifts here. One of them, I believe I know what it is, but this one over here, I don't. Now, I almost opened this morning, but when I saw who it was from, I chose not to, because I know that Miss Keisha, is one of my moderators for the afternoon and evening videos. So Miss Keisha, I received a package that says it comes from you. It also says, handle with care, please. So you know me, I have very gentle hands, and I'll be very careful how I open this. Oh boy. Okay, the first thing that I see on top, and it's been taped. Oh Lord, this woman likes to tape. Lord, Miss Keisha, you should go through some tape. Here we go. Okay, now I feel horrible because this was written 12 days ago. I do not know if guys, we may be having internet issues. You guys still with me? Okay. Hey, Lester, I just wanted to write a short letter. I appreciate you for making me one of your moderators. I love helping you on your channel. I wanted to make you and Jamie a shirt that shows all of the love you both have on your properties, the animals, and the channels. Both t-shirts and Jamie's sachet jacket is made from my heart, and I hope you both enjoy the gifts. The sign and the coasters are yours, along with 2 pictures and a t-shirt. Jamie has a t-shirt and a jacket. You can open Jamie's too. Okay, so Miss Keisha says I am allowed to open everything, even the stuff that comes to Jamie. So I'm going to back my chair up a little bit. Look out, Trixie. I don't want to step on you, sweetie. I don't want to smash you, sweetie. And here comes some stuff. So she has a couple of laminated pictures. There's one of little Gary. You all remember little Gary, and he's over there laying in his grove. That's actually really cute because that's the same place that he's buried. If you notice the tree, the leaning tree, Gary is buried in that exact same area. Guys, if you can hear the wind, it is whipping through here. It's storming out there like crazy. And then this is that first time that, so what you see right there is not a brown or a black bear. Guys, that's not a black or a brown bear. Can anyone name what that is? Does anyone know what that is? Come on, I'm reading the chat. And maybe I'm a little bit ahead of you all. That right there is Chuck. Mel is the first one to say it. Thank you, Mel. Yes, Mel says that was Chuck playing in the clay. So that was Chuck when he was out playing in the clay. All right. I'm going to just guess that the pink bag is probably something for Jamie. Nope. It says Lester. It says Lester right there. It says Lester. Oh, boy. I hate to just tear into stuff. I'm trying to be a gentleman and just don't want to tear into stuff. Oh, I think it might be a shirt. Okay, hold on a minute. Oh, Lord. Oh, guys. So what she did, is this thing mirrored or are you guys seeing me backwards? Tell me that first. Is it mirrored or are you seeing me backwards? Because this over here says Longhorn Lusterish, Maggie, Ringo the Goat, Tex. She included a whole lot. Romita, Hush It Up, Longhorn Lusters. She's included a whole lot of things that happen around here. She's included so many pictures and expressions. Thank you, Miss Keisha. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. That's how I try to sneeze when I used to teach school, to make my students laugh. Okay, there's other things here. There's a coaster. There's some coasters. This over here is, I believe, the jacket that she kind of bedazzled. This must be something that is for Jamie, obviously. From suits to boots. Look how nice this is. This is like one of those bedazzled jackets. I think you call them bedazzled. This is wonderful. I'm going to hang this up somewhere on this chair. I'll hand that off to Jamie. This over here says to Jamie, so I'll let her open that herself. Okay, so Miss Keisha, you are very kind and you're very gifted. Who knew that Miss Keisha had so many skills when it come to working with fabrics and making stuff? I do believe Jamie's going to love it. I absolutely do. So, Miss Keisha, I don't know if you're still here or not. I haven't seen her name pop up in a little bit. There's Billy Penny, but no, Miss Keisha is very gifted and talented. Oh, she's here. She's here. And she just wants to say that she's saying that, love you, Lester and Jamie. Keisha, I love you too. You helped me so very much. We've had wonderful and deep conversations, and I just appreciate your perspective on things, and you've helped me open my eyes to a lot of things that I was a bit ignorant about. And it takes a strong woman to find a way into a man's head to have him begin to consider other perspectives. And I'll also say it takes an even stronger man to say, you know what? You're right, Miss Keisha. You're right. So we get along very well, she and I. I have this, and guys, I'm sorry to say that I had to open it. I had to open it because I felt like I knew what it was. It comes from Glenda White. From Glenda White. And she says, this is for all of your lovely horses from Southern Indiana. Glenda White. Look what she sent. Look at this. Would you look at this? Now, the reason that I say that I had to open these is because I've been working on a little bit of a secret. Can I share that secret with you all? Can I share that secret with you? Who wants me to share a secret with you? I'm going to share the secret. Now, it is not ready yet. I'm going to pull it here to my computer and share it with you. I'm going to share a secret with you on the computer here in just a second. Now, if you guys remember, I told you guys that we are trying to find a way. Hold on. Give me a moment to load this. So I'll just talk to you while it's loading. We're trying to find a way to make the front, the face of the stalls very beautiful. And I've also wanted so hard to find a way to involve Uriel in this project because he is in fact learning how to be a welder. Okay, we helped him acquire the tools and the training necessary to give him a skill so that he could hopefully earn a living getting out and off the darn tractors and those 12-hour work days. And so I want to show you all what he's working on. Maybe I can pull it up now. Not yet, I can't. Why will it not let me pull this up? Well, gosh darn it, guys. It's right there. So what I'm going to have to do is save it a different way. I'll take a screenshot and then I'll work it here. I'll save that screenshot to my photos. I'm going to send that to my computer. Can y'all believe a man my age can do all of these things? Screenshots, download, send to my computer, open a file. I'm getting better, y'all. I'm getting better. Here it comes. It's loading now. Give me a couple of seconds here. My computer seems to be working a little bit slow. Here it is. Surprise. Y'all ready? Close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes and open. Open your eyes. Look. Looky there. Poor Patricia. Look what Patricia says. My husband can't even copy and paste. Patricia, shame on you. Take it back. Delete that, Patricia. He may see that. So, yes, we did put Uriel to the test. And I'll let you guys know right now that this was a major undertaking for him. And I'm excited to see how it's going to come out. He has not had a chance to sand it or to paint it, but he is going to attempt to weld the hinges tomorrow. And then once he gets the hinges welded, he will paint it, grind it down, sand it down, whatever you have to do, paint it, and then he'll be bringing it out. And then what we're going to do is whenever he gets here, we're going to tack weld this over here will be the latch. Can y'all see me? This over here is going to be the latching system. This over here is going to tack weld, or you can actually bolt it in. Look how narrow it fits. So it's going to narrowly fit right there on the bar, the frame, where the gate can pivot this way and open inward, or we can open it outward, and it's going to be this amazing kind of latch. And so to this sweet lady here, Glenda White, who sent us, I think, 4 of these in a box. Miss Glenda, these are going to be put to use in our stalls. And the first one will be put up very soon. Now, I love the fact that it comes with a place that we can screw here. I don't think we'll be able to weld because it's not going to be a flush weld, but we are able to screw in a metal to metal screw, and it's going to give us the gate that we need. This looks kind of a real pretty gold kind of a color. I think it's going to be gorgeous. And we're going to do the Roman stall first, and then we will, yes, we're going to leave it black. It's going to stay black. It'll be painted black. Lori says paint the latch black to match the gate. Well, I kind of don't know. I don't think I want to paint these. Jamie may, and by all means, if she chooses to, then we can. But I think that I'd kind of like to keep it kind of gold and black, where you can see it easily, and you can just go over there and let him in and out. So a lot of folks are saying paint it black, guys. I'm not gonna fight with you about that one. We'll see. But isn't that wonderful? I think that looks beautiful. But that will be the gate for Roman. And like I said, tomorrow they'll weld the hinges, and then he'll bring it over and we'll try to install it. and then we'll put the latch on. And then what he's going to do is make 2 more of those, very similar in style, a little bit higher, and those will be the walls. So we're going to see how this goes. You guys keep keep Uriel in your thoughts and prayers, though. This is a big moment for him. He's nervous as all get out because he knows how big this project is for you all, how important it is that we do it right. And he really wanted to be a part of this job. He did not think that he'd be able to do the entirety of the stalls because it requires obviously a lot of equipment. Some things he can do, some things he cannot do. And he admitted that. So we found a way to do the walls on 3 sides. I think that most of you guys are pleased with the way the stalls came out, the design that we used. But I do think that if this here works out for us, then we'll get Uriel to go ahead and do one for Val, and then one for Rita, one for Talus, one for Gemma. We'll do one for Gemma. Fine, we'll do one for Gemma, and we will be good. So I am very excited about that. So thank you to this sweet lady for the latches. Those are going to come in very handy. And I'm so proud of Uriel. I've not seen it yet, but I do hope that by the weekend, we will have at least the gate up. Maybe sooner. Tomorrow's Friday. Maybe not by the weekend, but we will see. And then if we're able to do that, we'll absolutely make a video with Uriel talking about the process and all the things. And if I have to translate, then I'll just translate. Okay, I'll just be the translator. All righty. I'm going to open 2 more things if I can. This is a little bit sad. It comes to Eugene. This comes to Eugene. So I will open that, but momentarily. First, I see something that comes to Lester. Lord Lester. Lord Lester. And it comes from Shutterfly. Now, is it Shutterfly photographs? Oh, these are magnets. So these are, I don't know how this works. So I think these are magnets. That one right there says Longhorn Lesters. And I'm trying to find something magnetic to see if it's a magnet. I'm pretty sure it has to be. This is a magnet. This looks like a magnet. So it's going to stick on my truck. There's one for Jamie that says from suits to boots. The gate is 5 foot tall, and the walls will be 6 foot tall. The gate is 5 foot tall. The other 2 walls will be 6 foot tall. There's another one for Jamie that shows her, that has a picture of her loving on Vu. And then finally, there's another one of me that has me loving on Pebbles while riding on the back of Vu. So these are beautiful. I don't see who they're from, but if you are the kind person who sent these, I just want to say thank you so very much. They have been received. All righty. Thank you so very much. Okay. For the person saying that those latches will not hold out and they will not hold up, I disagree. They are wonderful latches and they're going to be great. Okay. And we're not going to knock it because I've been using one for the last week or so. Is there someone who's being a jerk? Moderators, check out this lady named Vienna and just see what's going on with her because everyone is screaming at her for something. I don't know what you're doing, Miss Vienna, but you might just not if it's bothering so many people. So Leanne says, Vienna, stop already, please. Thank you, Leanne. We'll find it, okay? I promise you. My mods will find it, And if they have to, they'll take care of their business. My mods are the best, y'all. These mods are the best. Vienna says she's just being funny. Vienna, I don't know what you're saying. What are you saying, Miss Vienna? You have my attention. Vienna, what are you saying? I want to see what she's saying. Let her say it so I can find it. I just want to see if I think it's funny or not. Mods, do not do anything yet. Let's just see what she's going to say because I want to see what she said. I want to see if I think it's funny or not. Are you nervous now, Miss Vienna? Don't be nervous. We're all friends here. We are all friends here. Miss Vienna, we are all friends here. I hope you hear me. We're all friends here. I'm sorry. I'm like hyper focused on trying to find Miss Vienna to see what she's going to say. I just want to know so bad to see if we share a sense of humor or not. So they've already removed it. Okay, but what did she say though? Miss Vienna, what did you say? Put it again. And then I just want to see. I'm curious. I just want to know what you said, okay? I just want to know. Please, Vienna, don't be a stranger. Tell me. Vienna was asking to look back of shirt. What shirt? Vienna was asking to look at the back. Vienna wanted to see the back of your shirt. The shirt from Miss Keisha? I wonder if she means the shirt from Miss Keisha. Oh, guys, Miss Vienna, I hope that you're still here because there's nothing wrong with that, y'all. She noticed something and she wanted to see the back of the shirt. There's nothing mean about that. It says, Lester's, oh, let me hide this from Grammy. Miss Vienna, I hope you're still here. Lester's moderators, Keisha, Billy, Vanessa, Teresa, and Christy. Hit the like button. Yes, I always say that. Best chat family. Be kind. Keep your ears pretty. Oh, Miss Keisha, I'm so sorry. I did not even notice it earlier. And can any of those mods go back and find her and bring her back on? I don't think that she was trying to be mean. I think that she noticed something that I missed, and all she wanted to do was see it. So, Miss Vienna, I apologize if we rushed to judgment. And Miss Keisha, I also apologize to you that I did not even notice. I did not even notice what you had on there. So, there. I've apologized to both Miss Keisha and Miss Vienna. Vienna. Was it Vienna? Okay. Here we go. So this over here is a letter. We're going to get to the Eugene letter soon, guys. Not to worry. We'll get to the Eugene letter last, okay? Before I let you all go. How long have I had you guys? For a long time. Oh, no. She's not blocked. Guys, it doesn't work that way. The moderators, they can hide a comment, but they are not able to block anybody. Only Lester can block anybody. Now, I will say this. There is one lady I've been looking for all night, and she's not shown up yet, but because she's about to get a serious boot right at the behind when I see her, but she's not shown up yet. No, Eugene is not gone forever, y'all. Eugene is not gone forever. Okay. Oh, okay. This here at the very top says, I would rather you did not read this on a live. Thank you. Okay. I will not read it on a live. It says not to. Okay, I respect that. Okay, so that means the last thing that we have is something that comes to Eugene. And in saying so, I need a box cutter to get into this because it is really taped up. All right. So I will say that I have recovered Eugene from Jake's yard. In case anyone is wondering, I have recovered Eugene. Eugene has been recovered. Eugene is back in my possession. However, he's in several pieces. Eugene's going to require a lot of work. Okay, I'll just say it that way. Eugene's going to require a lot of work. Okay. But not to worry. Eugene deserves. Oh, no. Oh, no. Guys, you're never going to guess what just fell out of the envelope. This? Is that all? They sent Eugene a nose. Okay, this comes from, it says, Eugene, you deserve a makeover now that you have a girlfriend. Oh, well, he had a girlfriend, and now I'm just going to say this. And this is where a lot of people are going to get very upset with me, but I'm just going to have to put it out there. And I discovered this from watching Jamie's videos. Ladies, can we first of all make an agreement? Can we just agree that what comes out of my mouth is only one man's opinion? And I beg of you, please don't hate me for me sharing with you an opinion. Okay? Look, Michelle says she left Eugene for a hot younger man. I'm not upset with Michelle. She was stolen by George, says Rosemary. Okay. Eugene needs eyebrows too, says Rich. I do agree. Eugene needs an entire makeover, okay? But will I be able to share with you all my opinion on something without everyone getting upset with me? Just say, it's a deal, y'all. It's a deal. It's a deal. That's all I need you to say is it's a deal. Fine. I'll take it. Go for it. Let's hear it. Okay. Please allow me to say this. What I've discovered from an outsider looking in, because I do, in fact, peep at you while you're all sitting there hearing Jamie read these emails about lies and deception and omitting certain facts, usually of the nature, that kind of stuff, and not telling partners about it, and not telling people about it, and not telling people about it. And many of you are saying, no, don't tell. Keep it a secret. It's not worth the argument. It's over. It's not worth the fight. I would never tell somebody if it's, oh no, here's Jamie. Jamie's here. Jamie's here. Oh my God, what did I walk into? Okay, Jamie, I'm glad you're here, because what I'm not going to do is talk about your show, your podcast from tonight. But what I was trying to politely say to all of these wonderful and beautiful ladies is I have a little bit different opinion than what a lot of the ladies on the channel do. And I'm just going to find out if there's anybody who agrees with me whatsoever. Okay, so it seems like in a lot of the stories, not always, but in a lot of the stories, Jamie cannot grab my knee today. She's about 13 miles away from me, y'all. And she ain't got that kind of reach. She ain't got that kind of reach. Okay. So Donna says, I'm just going to remember that you're a man. Okay. And men, gosh, there you go. Just, I'm a man. Okay. So remember, in a lot of the stories that include lying and cheating and deception, I see your comments, and many of you guys say, when you offer your advice as a part of the Dear Abby or the Dear Jamie, a lot of your advice is, no, don't tell him. No, I would not mention it. No, that was a long time ago. No, that's only going to open up problems for his future. No, he'll never trust her again. And there's a whole lot of folks, guys and girls probably. I see Jeff's on here. Hey, Jeff. A lot of guys and girls think that, you know what, let sleeping dogs lie. Just don't open this, like putting salt on an old wound or whatever. I think, though, this is Lord, says Mel. Okay. All I'm saying is this, something that I've discovered through the course of my years here on God's earth is that, number one, there is such a thing as lying, like telling a lie by omission. They call it lying by omission. Lying by omission, y'all, by leaving out certain facts, it's still lying. It's lying. Can we agree with that part at least? Can we at least agree on that? Because if you've done something and you know in your heart that you're wrong, that what you did was wrong, but you refuse or you choose not to tell somebody because you're afraid of the consequences of your actions, then how does that make us any better than all of the other times that we've been lied to? And I just think that lying by omission is still lying. And by choosing to omit or leave certain details out is going to eventually catch up to you, because here's a man's perspective. Here comes the man's perspective. If I find out that someone has been lying to me by omission, or if I catch them in a lie flat out, just a flat out lie, then I'm going to question every single thing that I've ever been suspicious about. I'm going to question it. And I'll probably never, ever have the same amount of trust that I had before I discovered the lie, either the flat out lie or the lie by omission. Someone says, Lester, you're dead to me. Who said that? Come back. Come back. I'm going to beg your forgiveness. Come here. Oh, that was Teresa. They're dead to you. Teresa. Please, I don't want to be dead to anybody. I just want you to think of it from a different perspective, okay? I want you to think about it from a little bit different perspective, okay? So here, let me just give you an example. I'll just create an example. Let's just say Jamie's here. Jamie's here. Let's just say that Jamie goes on a business trip, and Jamie does travel quite a bit. And while Jamie's gone on a business trip, I run across an old friend. I run across a high school sweetheart. And while she's gone on this business trip, me and my high school friend decide just to go to the bar and have a drink. What's it going to hurt? What's it going to hurt? Stella, poor Stella, is like saying, Dad, do you know what time it is? We got to be up at 7 in the morning. Now, before you all start being mean to me, because now you're being mean to me, fine. Let's just say that Jamie is on a business trip and Jamie decides to go have a drink with a colleague, a business friend, a guy who she works with. So this goes both ways, ladies and gentlemen. This goes both ways. It doesn't. You don't have to instantly be mad at me for giving you a scenario. So the scenario is, if I end up meeting an old friend, or Jamie ends up meeting a business acquaintance, and without telling the other, we sneak off to the bar to have a couple of drinks. Well, as long as I'm back by 10:30 so that I can answer that phone or I can do that FaceTime, then there should be no problem. No one's ever going to know. No kiss or no tell or whatever. But see, don't y'all think that in a way that in itself is, because if I find out later, let's just say that a week later, I happen to grab Jamie's phone to make a video and I noticed a text from somebody saying, "Hey, I really enjoyed hanging out with you last Tuesday night. Next time you're in town, let's meet up again," or whatever. Where's my mind going to go? Where's my mind going to go immediately? And then if I confront my partner and say, "Hey, what's the deal? You met up and had drinks with somebody, you know?" Oh, no, it's not like that. See, we're guys, you don't understand. At that point, the damage has been done. The damage has been done. And at that point, you start thinking back to every single time that you've questioned something. The night that so-and-so did not answer the phone when you called to check in, the night that someone unplugged the cameras and you don't know why. Oh, they were going to just reset the internet and forgot to plug them back in. And so what I'm trying to say is, it's going to all of a sudden raise all of these questions of the trust that you once had, and now it's gone. And so what I'm trying to tell you all, because I'm reading your comments, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. I'm not that kind of a guy. But I'm reading your comments, and there's so many people who agree with, in my opinion, if a girl has done something wrong, if there's a secret that she's trying to keep, let's take an example of the woman who slept with her ex-boyfriend on the same night that she was proposed and accepted a marriage proposal from her current boyfriend. She gets proposed to on this night, and just to kind of finalize everything and go ahead and just get it out of her system, go over and sleep with that guy. And I'm just saying that I would bet that 90% of you all says, "Yeah, don't talk about it. Don't tell. If it's, let it go. It's over. You had to get out of your system, girl. Lord, girl, I hope it's out of your system now," or whatever you're saying to each other. I just don't think that women of the old days felt the same way. I think that there might be a demise in our morality if we start forgetting that lying by omission is still lying. And once you lie to somebody, the trust that you once had will never come back. And I say that from experience. I have been on both ends of that, ladies. I've been on both ends of that. I have told you so many times, I'm a very flawed individual. I've not always been a good man. There are things I do now that are not good or holy. So I've been on both ends of that. And I realize that, darn, there's a lot of people that are completely okay with lying by omission. Just, I ain't gonna tell nobody. What's it gonna hurt? He'll never know. So, and that was just one example. That's just one example. So Tracy says, Lester, you're digging a hole. I forgot where it went. Tracy says, Lester, you're digging a hole. I don't think so, Tracy. I think that what we're doing is we're talking as friends. And I think that that's one more thing that we can do here with each other is talk like friends. We don't have to agree. We do not have to agree. But I love the fact that we can sit here and just chit chat. I got my Propel water bottle. I'll go pop my nighttime concoction when I get off of here with you all. But I just think that if you lie by omission, it becomes easier each time. And then Anna reminds us we're all adults here, y'all. We're just having a heart-to-heart conversation like friends do. Okay, I'm ready for differing opinions. I'm ready now to stop talking as much, and I'm looking for different opinions. Now, Dolores. Hold on, Dolores. I'm going to find that, Dolores. I want to talk about that for a minute. Okay, Miss Dee Dee says, you're rambling, Lester. Well, I don't think so. I think that what I find to be very boring is silence. And so I learned as a classroom teacher, it's like when I make my videos. When I make a video, if you notice, you don't want there to be any downtime. Imagine just for a moment, imagine a video of me driving up the driveway. I might be showing the horses, I might be showing the cows, but I'm not saying anything. Now, maybe you would like that, but 95% of everybody else, they don't want that downtime. They want you talking. If I'm walking out to see the animals at the Longhorn Lesters, if I just walk by and show you the animals, you don't want that. There's no downtime. I'm not going to give you downtime. You do not come here for the downtime. You come here for conversation. So I don't think it's rambling. I think it's me making sure there's no downtime. Trust is trusting that person wholly. It shouldn't matter. Guilt will eat you away. If you trust the person, you trust them no matter what. Let's just change it to, instead of trust, let's call it respect, Miss Crystal. I think that I would respect here. So if we go back to the Lester or the Jamie scenario, if Lester was to say, hey, Jamie, I want you to know that tonight I met up with an old friend. She's a girlfriend from high school, and we had a couple of drinks. Listen, we did exchange phone numbers, but I want you to know that just to chit chat and say, just to catch up. Now, Jamie is still going to be mad. I'm not getting out of that one. She's still going to be mad. But guess what? I didn't lie. Or if Jamie was to say, hey, Lester, just want you to know that after the work meeting, I went ahead and had drinks with a guy that that he and I worked together. And I'm like, well, you know, I may be upset. I might be a little bit jealous, but I think that jealousy is a whole lot more important. No, jealousy is not near as important as losing respect for that significant other, because respect and trust is everything, y'all. Everything. Everything. Oh, boy. Suits to Boot says, Lester isn't hurting my channel. This is his channel, and he can share or talk about anything he wants. It means the podcast invoked feelings, and it served its purpose, even here with the winky face. I appreciate you saying that, Jamie. As a matter of fact, what I hope to do is draw people to Jamie's podcast. I said it tonight, and I have said it many times. It's the favorite part of my week. I'm sorry. I like to peep at you all. I just like to peep at you all. I'm not sitting there casting judgment, okay? I am not sitting there casting judgment. Oh, I'm going to write her name down. Oh, really, Catherine? Really? Okay, Susan. I see you. I see you, Susan. I'm not doing that. I'm just wondering how your opinions differ than mine. And what I said when we first started this conversation felt like an hour ago. I just said that I wonder if you really think about what you're saying when so many people pretend like it's okay to lie by omission. That's all I was saying, y'all. We're not judging each other. We're just talking as friends. Just talking like friends. So Grace says, what nights are Jamie's podcast on? Let me explain how it works. Grace, I'm trying to find you so I could put your name up and show everyone what your question was. Sometimes the comments go pretty fast. Mary Lou says, Lester taking down names and bringing receipts. I love your thumbnail, Mary Lou. And that's a really funny comment. Yes. Glenda reminds everybody, Lester made a silent video once. It did not work. Glenda, it sure did not. Glenda, are you the lady who sent these latches? Look, it's the same Glenda. It's the same Glenda. Glenda, we got your latches. And I did. I was trying to find Grace. Here we go, Grace. So Grace, sorry, Miss Grace. I don't think I can pronounce your last name. I'm going to get it wrong. What nights are your podcasts? Now she's asking Jamie. So on Tuesday night at 7:00, Jamie has something she's been doing for probably 2 years now. Timeout Tuesday. And that's just the time that she gets on here like I'm doing right now, just chit-chatting with friends, y'all. On her Tuesdays is when she talks and she wants to interact. She wants to interact. Jamie wants to read your questions. She wants to talk to you. She wants a chance to talk to you. That's on Tuesdays at 7:00. And then now on Thursdays, it's a little bit different. Thursdays is a podcast. Now, even though you see it like it's a live video, in reality, Jamie's recording, it's like an audio book, or it's more like a talk radio where she's talking and reading things and she's talking out loud about her thoughts, her ideas. She's not really able to interact with you all as much. Now, you're welcome to throw out your comments because, like I said, I'm reading every one of them. I'm taking names and marking down the receipts, as the sweet lady said. But what I was trying to say is, and so that's on Thursdays. So Thursdays is the podcast. Even though you are all seeing it live, she's trying to get that worked out to where she can start uploading that to Spotify, and where she'll be able to have a podcast because even though you like to watch videos, there are some people that spend a lot of time driving around or while they're running, and they tune in to their Spotify and they can listen to the podcast. That's what a podcast is. And then she's also started something on Saturday night, and that is a more risque. That's more of the adult version of Thursdays. It's really spicy. It can be a bit sensual. It's for adults only, obviously. But what it is, oh boy. So Dale, hey Dale came in at the wrong time. Dale came in at the wrong time, and all he heard was that Lester had met up with the girl from high school, an old friend, and we exchanged numbers. Oh no, Dale heard that Jamie went to a work conference, and while she was there, she went ahead and had drinks with, let's just make it a couple of guys. Jamie went and had drinks with a couple of guys at her work. See, that's Saturday night edition. That's the Saturday night version. That's the difference in Thursdays compared to Saturdays. On Thursdays, well, I'd been at a conference all day long, and it was when all of a sudden Royce walked in, and instantly my fingers began to work my keyboard faster than I think I've ever typed. The nervousness was running down I could feel the sweat running down my neck. Oh, Lord. That's when Royce walked over to me and asked me to join him for a drink. See, that's Thursday night edition, y'all. That's Thursday, kind of, but Saturday night is when, yeah, I don't even want to go to what happens on Saturdays, okay? That is for the Lord, this is how rumors get started, Leslie. You're so right. Jamie got it going on, y'all. Jessica, you're naughty. You're the naughty one. Jamie got it going on. And then SB, please don't, Lester, please don't. Just don't. And of course, Connie, oh, Lord. Okay, I'll stop. Hey, Lester, says Diana. Diane says you might want to stop. Okay, I will. I'm just trying to share examples of the difference between Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay. All right. What's this over here say? Lester, you didn't clear up that Jamie didn't do anything you said. Okay. Do you reminds me to let everybody who's watching know that all I was saying was giving some examples of some what if scenarios. None of those things ever happened. Those were what if scenarios, and how you could go about it and hold on to your dignity and your respect of your relationship, or you could lie by omission. And guess what? By lying by omission, your partner may never find out, and he may never or she may never feel that sense of jealousy. However, if you ever do get discovered later, be it a week or a month from now, then all of a sudden you're going to be flooded. Your partner will be flooded with all of the different times, the suspicious moments, but it was all just hypothetical scenarios of what if. Okay? All right. Thank you. Friends, I have had you for a very long time. I've opened some wonderful gifts. Thank you so very much. I will keep you guys informed. Jamie says, where'd she go? I just saw Jamie's name fly by. I'm going to find it, Jamie. First, I'm too tired and way too busy to have drinks or anything with anyone. Okay. So there you go. Now you have it. Jamie's just tired, y'all. She's just tired. Okay. Well, listen, I want to thank you all for a wonderful live. Thank you for joining me much later than normal. I know it's way past a lot of our bedtimes. Miss Keisha, thank you for the shirt, for the jacket. I will hand that off to Jamie tomorrow. I promise you that. For the nose, we have a nose for Eugene. Thank you so much. We have some really neat magnets. We had a letter that I was not able to read. The latches for the gates. I think I covered everything. Jamie says, please let me see it. All right. Miss Keisha made this. This is the front of a denim jacket. And then this is the back. It's beautiful. This is very nice. And there's also something else in a bag. Jamie, do I open this or do I just wait till tomorrow? It's still closed. I have not opened it yet, even though Keisha said that I could. Keisha gave me permission. So maybe I'll just wait until tomorrow and hand it off to you when I see you in the morning for coffee then. Okay. All right. Well, I'm trying to wrap it up here, friends. I'm trying to wrap it up. I had a lot of fun tonight. And I want to thank you guys for sitting down and just having a real conversation with the real guy and here at the JL Motel. See? What could be so bad about that? You just go tell your partners, like, listen to me. Honey, I love you, but tonight I sat and talked with Lester for like an hour and a half over at the JL Motel. You just tell him. Just tell him. And he's like, what'd y'all talk about? Oh, just life. Just life. So we just talked about life, y'all. Just life. Jamie said, please open it. Okay. Carissa. Hi, sweetie. Carissa is so good to me. Where's she at? Carissa. Such a sweet lady. All right. I'm opening the gift because Jamie told me to. Here we go. Trixie, it's not for you. The front of the shirt says, just a girl who loves horses. Just a girl who loves horses. That's the front. Now, I will show you the back. It says, Jamie has a heart, has a horse. You're a mom from suits to boots. It shows, oh no, that's like putting salt on an open wound. It shows the old truck. Guys, I got rid of the old truck. I'm so sorry. Jamie has still not forgiven me for that one. Thanks a lot, Keisha. Thank you so much for getting me into hot water again. We'd almost had her forget about that. She almost forgot the old truck until Miss Keisha has to come over here and, oh my God, you girls and y'all's girl code, I swear. Got a little chick over here. I'm here for the chicks. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Oh, no. Keisha, why did you do that to me? You done got me in trouble again. Now I'm going to be stuck having coffee here, and I get to the house and there's nothing ready because someone got rid of the old truck. I'm playing. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I will let you go. Thank y'all so very much for hanging out with me tonight. We love you and so very blessed to have you. It truly is an honor, and it's been the biggest blessing of my life to run across you all and to spend time like this. Just gives me a chance to talk to real people, because you may not realize this, but all day long I talk to animals and they do talk back. You guys you've heard them yourself, y'all. They talk back. They talk back to me. So anyway, thank you all so much. We love you. We're blessed to have you. And I promise you, I'll see you in the morning, 7:15, for those of you who are brave enough to wake up that early and join me for a cup of coffee. And then if it's not raining, which I'm afraid it might be, but if it's not raining, we'll make ourselves outside to the horses. If it is raining, I will go back down into the basement and grab a couple of gifts and goodies. Okay. So thank you all for watching. We love you. And we will catch you guys on the next video. Okay. Good night, friends. Kisses.